Shadows creep, the clock strikes 3. Whispers hum through the old oak tree. Secrets hide where the moon won't shine. Oh. Is it a chill or a ghostly breeze? A knock, a tap, what do you believe? Ghosts, gossip, gather around where the lost and the haunted are found. Ghosts, gossip, don't make a sound. Truth or tales, we'll dig it out.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Ghost Gossip. I am your host, Ashley, and today we have a really special guest. You know they're all special to me, but this one I'm going to remember for a very long time. Her name is Joslyn, and she is the creepy doll girl. That is not what I call her. However, after our interview, the name suits her. Viewer discretion is advised. We talk about haunted dolls today and their backstories. Some of it gets quite dark. So if dolls aren't your thing, I totally understand, and I'll catch you next week. If you are enjoying Ghost Gossip, please subscribe, follow, like, do all the things, and rate the show. Rating the show helps get the show in front of new listeners and viewers. I really hope you enjoy Joslyn and the creepy doll girl. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me. I'm super excited. I was super nervous. I was like, she's like royalty.
I'm not.
You are. You are in my eyes.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much.
I adore you.
Oh, well, likewise. Like
thank you.
when I started seeing your content, I was like, I need to know her.
Thank you. It's the dolls. The dolls make me interesting. That's all it is. I'll admit it. It's the dolls.
Well, we're going to get to them because I've been having these random words pop in my head. But let me do my little quick intro. So that way, so sometimes I forget and then I have to record one and then put it in the beginning and then start it. And it's just like, I always forget,
Can you feel family?
Sometimes. Yeah, I can see you.
Okay, does it look more like creepy?
It does look more creepy now.
All right, perfect.
Your dolls are green in the background.
There, that's even creepier.
I
Okay.
like that one too.
Okay, we'll leave it like that.
They like the lights, don't they?
They do. They're more active when the lights are out. So if I can't help it, I'll turn the lights off. And then hopefully they'll set off a bullet light for you.
Oh, I would love that. Mine just said pay attention. So I will pay attention.
There you go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Ghost Gossip. Today I'm here with Joslyn, and she has a room of haunted dolls behind her. Hello.
Hi. I'm so
Hi.
excited to be here. So excited.
I'm so excited you're here. Dolls, I'm not even going to lie, they have always fascinated me, but also terrified me. And then as I started doing this and I started meeting people, I started, people are they're interesting in this realm that we are in. And you start meeting people and you start educating yourself and you realize that not all of them are scary.
Right.
Now, some of yours might be.
The majority of mine are not the friendliest, but that's the way I like it.
Well, tell me, how did you get into haunted dolls?
Okay. So that's the weirdest thing. I was actually terrified of dolls back in January. People
Like this year?
Yeah. I know. It's mind-blowing. So people used to make fun of me all the time because I would not go near a doll. I hated dolls. People would scare me with the dolls. Hated dolls. And so one night, my friend was like, let's go to the Bolton house, and that's in Texas. And I was like, okay, I'll go with you. It's a girls' night. We're going to go explore, investigate, whatever. I didn't think there would be a doll there. But we walked into a purple room, and purple's my favorite color. So I was like, I'm sleeping in the purple room. And so I go in there, and the most beautiful doll is sitting in this rocking chair. And I was so glued to her, and I wasn't afraid. And then she was so talking all night long, and I was like, I love her. So I immediately left the next day, and I was like, I'm going to buy my own doll. And I got Tina, and I just haven't stopped.
When you said purple is my favorite color, when I was getting ready, I put on my purple shirt.
I love it.
But this is one of mine. And it says, you verb on the noun. One of my guests owns the Ouija board museum in Salem. And so he said this on a podcast. So I made it into a shirt. But I was doing my makeup and I was like, purple is somebody's favorite color.
That is so wild. It is my favorite color. Love it. That's why
It's one of mine.
I have the purple room because it's my favorite color. I know
Mine
we
too.
go together.
We do.
We're vibing.
We were separated at birth.
We really were. I believe it. I believe it.
So Tina, let's talk about Tina. She was your first.
She was my first.
I don't know anything. The only doll that I know anything about is the firebug.
So Tina, she was my first, and she is a positive spirit. When I first started it, I only did positive spirits because I was still like kind of scared, right?
Right, of course.
So Tina has a really sad story. What do you feel from her?
Well, I just got really nervous. I just got
Don't we?
almost like bashful. So let me read you my list that I was writing because I don't know where they apply. But as I was getting ready, I was trying to like get in the mindset, right? I wrote abused by parent or family member, or died of illness. These are just random things that I wrote down. Elderly woman, possibly passed in the 20s or 30s. Maybe one of them died of suicide, drowning. One of them likes piano or playing music. I just got really nervous all over again. I wrote down.
It's been a beat. Wait till I tell you what I'm about to tell you. Go ahead, finish.
Oh my God. Okay. Possibly not so much her. This is just everything that I was thinking when I was getting ready. Killed by a sibling or killed a sibling. Something about the roaring 20s. Flowers, maybe like a lily, daisy, or a rose. Choking, but maybe not strangled, but choking. With Steven, I got maybe favorite color blue. I got in my head the names Jennifer and Pamela, Billy, maybe World War II.
Wait. You said Jennifer and what? What's the other name?
Jennifer, Pamela, or Billy. Allergic to cats. Maybe French. Scared of the dark. Mary, Emma. Stabbed. 4/12. Manipulator. And in the newspaper.
Wow.
Okay.
I don't even know where to begin. I'm not going to lie. I cannot wait for this episode to drop because I can get everybody that knows my dolls are going to be mind blown.
Are you serious?
Yes. So when my friends, we call ourselves the, I can't ever say this right, but it's my hillbilly swag. My Ghoul friends.
Oh yeah, I love y'all so much.
Oh, thank you. We love you. They're going to freak out. Okay. So I'm just going to cut to it first and we're going to talk about the guy behind me. Okay. It is right. I'm like really bad at my fingers right here. This one. You probably can't see it very well, but it's behind glass. So that is my doll that likes to be called Agnes.
Right. She's the
It's a serial killer. But Agnes was a man in real life. And Agnes, his real name is Billy.
No.
And you can read all about it in the newspaper.
No shit.
So that's why when you said it, I don't know if you saw it, my eyes were like.
Yeah, I saw you, but I was like, I could be so.
But look up the elderly killer. That's who that is. Yeah.
Did he kill older women?
Yeah. He would suffocate them.
Elderly woman.
Yeah. And also, you can't see her, but she's on the shelf. My doll, Jennifer, her and I don't get along. And right before your podcast, she kept turning off her cat ball. And I said, Jennifer, stop. You're going to drain it.
Cat.
Yep. And she actually came across my spirit talker and she said, get out. Because she's not a bad spirit, but we like bump heads a lot. And she was actually like my second doll I ever got. And my spirit talker just said flashing.
I just freaked myself out.
Okay, so Tina here is 5 and was killed by her mom.
That was the first thing I said. Wasn't it?
I know, that's why I was like.
Was abused by a parent or a family member.
Mm-hmm. And William, who you'll meet later on, is the same way. And then what's weird is I have Griffin, and he actually killed 2 sets of foster parents. So.
Did he stab them?
Yes. And then it's going to get crazier. You said drowning.
Uh
I have a doll that died in Hurricane Katrina.
huh.
Yeah. Like,
Oh
I'm
my God.
speechless.
This is gonna be just a whole episode of us gasping
Exactly.
with my mouth covered.
I know. When you were talking, I was like,
I
shocked.
I honestly was just sitting there doing my makeup, and anytime a word would pop in my head, I would just type it. And I'm like, this has got to be my imagination. This has got to be my imagination. I'm just making this shit up.
No, you did. You were spot on.
So she was killed by her mother
Yes.
at age 5.
Yes. So Tina's mom had an alcohol addiction and she
Mhm.
would leave Tina at home and she would go out to the bars. Well, she never had food at home. They never had like heating or AC. So one night her mom went out and Tina died from starvation and from the cold.
Oh my God. I almost wrote out starvation, and I was like, no, that can't be.
Yeah, that was Tina. And it gets crazier. Her mom, they lived in an apartment, and her mom hid her body, her real body, in the wall. And this doll right here, she lit up her cat ball for you, or not her cat ball, her bolt light. But
Look at you.
this is the doll. This was actual Tina's doll in her real life. So when the cops found the body, they found this doll too. And if you notice, that's why she has a dirty face and her clothes are dirty. And I tried to wash them and she won't let me because it's the only memory that she has of being alive. And she doesn't want me to take that memory away. So people ask me all the time, they're like, why don't you clean her face or wash her clothes? And I won't. I will not. Whatever Tina wants, Tina gets. She's got the best afterlife because she is my diva doll and she is spoiled.
I think Jennifer just told you to stop talking.
On my end, she said, I've had enough.
That's so funny.
Yeah, her and I, between her and Steven, I swear.
So I was like, when I was getting ready, all of a sudden I just shot out like in my mouth, Jenny on J-Lo on the block. And I was like, Jennifer. And that's how I came up with Jennifer, because it just hit me, J-Lo, Jenny on the block. And that's why I was like, that's random.
But yeah, no, Jennifer, she was being super active before I popped on. That's why I was kind of late because I was like, stop, do not embarrass me.
Embarrass. I love that. I'm from the South too, so I just love it.
Yep. Yeah, that's exactly everyone I investigate with. Anytime I ask a question, they'll be like, okay, spirits, she said blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, really?
No, I can understand you just fine.
Yeah, that's so crazy how spot on you were.
Was Tina like shy?
She is very shy and so her previous owner called her like a sponge, an emotional sponge, because whenever I'm having a bad day, she immediately thinks that she did something wrong.
Oh no.
So luckily for Tina, I think you've noticed she's my right-hand man. We do everything together. She travels with me. We eat hash browns together. The other night we had chicken nuggets together. I just want her to have the best afterlife because she had a horrible life. So she did tell me she liked the Spice Girls the other night. So I got to buy her a Spice Girl doll.
Oh. Does she like Posh Spice?
I hope so because Posh was my favorite.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So
She was fabulous.
she is.
Was Tina, this could be so far off, but it just popped in my head. Was she blonde?
I don't know. She hasn't told me anything about like what she looked like, but she did tell me that she never could have friends over. She never got a birthday party because her mom couldn't afford it. She never got a birthday gift and she was only allowed one Christmas gift.
Oh my goodness, that poor baby.
Yes. So we're actually writing a book, me and Penn Paranormal. We're writing a book about all my dolls and it's going to have all of their stories in it.
That's right. She told me about that.
Yes. And so
Said she was writing a book with somebody. It's you.
yeah, it's me. So when I was writing out her stuff that she was telling me, I just bawled and I sent it to Ashley. And she was like, she read the first sentence and she got teary eyed and she was like, I can't do this right now. So Tina's chapter is definitely going to be a tearjerker.
Yeah, she makes me feel nervous. Like I'm just feeling like if I could hide behind you and look around you, that's what that's kind of the vision I'm getting, where she's just kind of like peeking around you. You are her shield, her protector. She feels very safe with you.
It makes me feel so happy because you can ask all of my friends. Like my biggest fear is that I don't make her happy enough.
Like she's happy.
So that's why we do everything together. She has snacks, she has toys. I mean, I always tell people Tina's the star. I have to go with her because she can't walk herself. So I carry her everywhere, but she's all of this and more.
If you looked up and saw her walking, you'd be like, I knew it.
Right, right. I'm waiting for it. I actually have a doll that I'm going to bring on. Or no, I didn't bring her on. I was going to, but her previous owner told me that she would find her in different places of the house in the middle of the night, like the doll would walk and move. And so she had to tie her shoelaces together to keep her from moving. So I immediately untied them, but nothing's happened. So
She's not in the closet, is she?
no, she's right here. So the Dybbuk box is by the closet.
Of course it is.
That is sealed. We will not go there. We are not pulling the Dybbuk box out. You're safe, I promise.
Okay. Yeah, like when it comes to dark stuff, I feel it more. So I'm trying to figure out how to sift through the intuition versus anxiety versus like imagination, which is hard. So this is a good practice for me because I don't have anybody to do this with because my daughters think I am insane.
I love it. You were spot on. Like, my mind is like,
My mind is blown too because I was like, I'm making all this up. I'm just using my imagination.
it's gonna be so hard for me not to be like, "Guys, you're never gonna believe what happened," but I'm not. It's like, I just think the world of you. If I already did before, but now I'm just like, "Wow, she's amazing."
Thank you.
So everyone was like, "I wanna watch, I wanna watch." It's the dolls. People love the dolls. So
People are
fascinating.
fascinated.
Yeah.
They're scary, but they're fascinating.
I think once you get them, like, a story and you talk about their real life, that
Yes.
the scare kinda goes away, and you just see the doll as, like, the person that they were when they were alive.
You humanize them.
Yes.
So when it comes to your dolls, I know when I interviewed, her name is Paranormal Teach. She's on TikTok, but I
I
don't think she's on
love
any other
her.
platform.
I
I do
love her.
too. She's wonderful.
She is.
I know she kind of considers herself like a caretaker or a guardian of her vessels. How do you feel when it comes to your dolls? Are you their caretaker or a collector? Like, how do you view them?
I always tell people that I have 90 kids that I can't claim on my taxes, and I feel that way. Like, when I'm talking to Tina on the spirit box, I'll say, "Tina, say my name," and if she says Joslyn, I get so offended. I'm like, "No, it is mom. You call me mom." Like, I love them all, and people ask me all the time, like, "Hey, would you sell me one of your dolls?" And I'm like, "Absolutely not. Those are my children."
Would you sell me your son, Cheryl?
Right. Give me your firstborn so I can finally claim one on my taxes. But yeah, no, they are my babies. They're the loves of my life. I
Oh,
am so attached to them.
you've gotten so many just from January.
Yes.
Where do you find them?
So I have like a variety. I have one lady that does free writing. I don't know if you know what free writing is.
Have no clue.
Okay, so she basically like gets dolls from like antique stores or just anywhere. And she goes into, like, I'm not gonna say a trance, but kinda like that, where she just gives them control of her body and she writes stuff down,
Oh,
and she can.
okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and so, I get a lot of my dolls from her because every single doll, 100% has been spot on. I've recommended people to her, and they are just in love with her too, and they're like, "She is amazing." So, that's happened, and then I've actually gotten a few from haunted locations. So, like, Haunted Hill House, I've got 2 dolls from there, and they're crazy. One is actually in a documentary about, attachments. So I do have a celebrity doll, 2, if you count Agnes/Billy, but they like to fly off the shelves. I'll just be sitting here working because my office is actually in the doll room, and I'll just be working, my back is turned to them, and they'll just fall over, and it doesn't even bother me anymore.
My stomach feels like it's going into knots. No, but that's usually when I start getting those. So I can usually distinguish when things start happening. Is there one of your dolls? Do they make people feel like their stomach turns a little bit?
So I have probably about 12 negative spirit dolls in my room that are not behind glass. They're kind of free to do whatever they want. And there's one doll that I have that whenever I hold her, I get like a very intense, it's not even a headache. It just feels like I'm being stabbed with a knife in my head. And then I have other dolls, including Agnes, that just makes people feel super sick. And then I actually brought out a doll that's a negative, and he's actually standing right here. And he didn't kill any women, but he did other things to them. And he is known to make people feel sick.
Was he a younger guy?
He was. Do you want to see him?
Yeah, let's see him.
And my spirit talker just says, cry.
I'm not going. You know what's funny is I was going to ask you about 3 minutes ago, 4 minutes ago, if you were okay because you look like you were about to cry.
Well, when you were talking, I thought I really was. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I cannot believe how spot on she was." Yeah. No, this is, Orville. I don't know
Mhm.
where he got well, I guess he got that name from his parents, but yeah, Orville's weird. But he attacked women, and he would claim that he is selling vacuums and knock on these girls', doors, and when he realized that they were home alone, he would watch from the window and sneak in and, you know, and
Uh-huh.
then
Uh-huh.
he never killed them, but, I mean, he drugged them just to get them to knock out, and then he'd have his way and leave. And he's known to make people sick, but I'm like, "Look at him, he's so cute with this little bow tie."
He is very handsome with his little bow tie. He makes me a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It feels like, just like you said, like there's a peeping Tom just paying you too much attention.
And right before we came on, which I'll post the video later, they came over my spirit talker and they said, "He's watching you." And I said, "Who's watching me?" And they said, "He doesn't like visitors." And so I turned around and Jennifer had lit up her cat ball. And I said, "Jennifer, light up your cat ball again if there's a guy in here watching me." And she lit it right up.
He was watching you.
He was. And now, I mean, now he's here. So I haven't had
Does he usually not stay in that room?
he does, but I actually just
Okay.
got him. I've only had him for maybe a week, and I have a rule, a 2-week rule where they come in, I introduce them to the room, I introduce them to me, I introduce them to the other spirits, and then they sit in their spot for a week or 2. I will not communicate until after a week or 2 because I feel like they have to have
Right.
time to adjust to their new surroundings. So it's not his time yet to talk to me, but when he does, I feel like he's gonna be talker.
He was a smoker.
I mean, probably so with the way what he used to do. I don't know.
I don't know, if you find out that he was a smoker, let me know.
Oh, I will. I will.
You just like he's lingering.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy is so people will come into the purple room and they'll just pick up a doll and they will get so they'll get a headache, they'll get sick. Like I have one doll, like I said, that does that, but the rest, I can hold Agnes and I feel nothing. I think that they've learned to respect me because I've shown them respect and they know that even the most horrible dolls that I have, I absolutely love with all my heart. And so I think it's like they take care of me.
Okay.
Not so much for the people that come in.
Yeah, they're like, "We told you we don't like
Right,
visitors."
and that's what they just said, and I'm like, "Well, guys, come on. This is why we have no friends."
So out of all of them, who's the most active?
Um, so probably lately it's been Steven because I can't do a spirit box session without him saying, "Steven, Steven," and I'll be like, "Steven, get out of the session," and he just goes, "Steven." But if I have to bring one to a location with me, it's this one right here. That's Annabelle.
Mhm. Oh,
Annabelle has cussed Ashley with Pin Paranormal out.
no.
Yep, the first night they met. And then the next day, I did a spirit box session with her at our house, and she said, "Where's Ash?" And I'm like, "Oh."
Where's Ash?
Yeah, I'm like, "You done scared her. You cussed her out, so that's why she's not here." But she does not like men. She actually was a stalker and, was arrested 4 times for stalking, and then the last guy she stalked, he killed her.
Oh,
I mean, she had 4 warnings, so
did he hit her? Did he, like, hit her in the head?
he did. So she actually told me in our last, session that he beat her in the head so much that she died, right there. Like, she didn't make it to the hospital. He kept just hitting her in the head, and she just died.
Are you serious?
I'm so serious. I have it written down. We've already done her chapter in the book. You will see it. It is good to go. It is
I promise you, I know nothing about your dolls.
you don't. You haven't I never told you anything before we started this.
The only one I know anything about is the firebug.
Yeah,
Ben, right?
Ben.
Benjamin?
Ben, yep.
He's the only one because that live one day, and Steven, I know is Steven's name, but that is I am okay, we're gonna move.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell my husband, I'll be like, "Daniel!"
Yeah, you're doing great. Like, and I don't really ever tell I don't think I've told anybody about how she's died. I left it for the book, and so
Oops,
you think
sorry.
that no, go it's fine. It's not a secret. It's not a secret. I've just been working on the book, so I've been, investigating my own dolls more and more to try to, like, learn, and I have a 3 confirmation method that I do, so it's like I usually use my dowsing rods, I use a cat ball, I use the EMF in my spirit box. I know that's 4, but they just have to confirm it on 3. So I'll ask the
Right.
same question, they have to give me the same response on 3 different devices before I'll believe them. So,
Did you do paranormal investigation before January, before the dolls?
yes.
Okay, so how long have you done that?
So this October will be a year.
So you're fairly new just all around.
Mhm.
It's incredible.
Yeah, and it's kinda just, like, taken off. Like, I'd never in my wildest dream thought I would be known as the creepy doll girl, but here I am. I remember one time, I have my own podcast too. We're on a break right now because our schedules are just so busy, but
Yeah.
a girl jumped in and she thought I was so funny, and she was like, "My husband said, 'Oh, you must be watching that creepy doll girl's podcast.'" And it's just stuck with me. Like, now e everyone knows me as the creepy doll girl, and that's fine. I love it. I love it.
I think Agnes is jealous you're not talking about her and you're talking about Annabelle because I just got like that hard to catch my breath feeling.
Yeah, I can tell you a story about Agnes, but I I normally like it when Pen Paranormal's with me because she got to witness it firsthand. I don't know if she told you about the time that Agnes called the cops on us.
Yes, she did.
Yes, wild. Like, I'll never forget it. I drove home that night with my rosary in my hand. I was so scared, and she kept cutting out of my radio station, and I kept hearing, turn around," and she was in the back seat, and I was like, "I am not turning around." I've never been so scared, and I came home, and I was like, "I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm getting rid of all the dolls. I'm never investigating again." I got over it. I just needed a nap, but I was scared.
Is one of your dolls gay by any chance?
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah. Mhm.
Which one?
So and his name is, Tyler, and what's crazy is nobody knows that. So, like, do you have a camera in here? Like, are you watching me talk to these dolls? You
No.
just said, "You are confident."
Yeah, well, I'm feeling more confident at the moment.
Yeah, like, that's why I was just like, "Well, yes, I
Yeah,
do."
your face, you're like,
You
yeah,
blow my
okay.
mind.
That my box just said necklace. Does somebody have a necklace that they like that's not a light bulb?
So, Sally, the one who roams the house, has a necklace attached to her arm that her previous owner got her, but I don't like for her to wear it on her neck because of her bullet light. I feel like it just gets, like, there's just too much, like, it's like congestion up there, like, it's just look
Mhm.
cluttered. So she wears it on her wrist.
Okay. So you do your own research once you get them, but you get them from somebody who has tested them to make sure they're haunted first.
Mhm.
And then once they get to you, do your further research? I say research, but I guess it's not. Is it? Do you consider it research?
I do. I do. But
Okay.
right in this book, that's what I tell Penn all the time. I call Ashley from Penn Paranormal Penn because we have 2 Ashleys in our group, so
Right.
I just call her Penn. So if that's why you hear me calling her Penn, that's who I'm talking about. But, as we're writing it, I'll tell her, I'll be like, "I gotta go research this doll so I can write its chapter." Because I hate calling them dolls. Like, now I call them spirits.
Right.
So if you see me, like, on a post, I do try to use the word dolls every once in a while because I know people know me as the creepy doll girl, but really they're my
Right.
spirits. Like, that's just their vessel. I know I live with 90 spirits. There's 90 spirits in my house. They open up the bedroom door on their own. I don't know if you saw my video the other day. They opened up the bedroom door. I had the TV on too loud and they said, "Turn it down."
I don't think I saw that one.
Yeah. It just said my death was brutal. Yeah, so I definitely think I'm learning them every day, and I have 90 dolls. I can't tell you what I had for dinner last night, but I can tell you all 90 of their names, I can tell you how old they are, and I can tell you how they died. And I write notes every time I communicate. I have a notepad that's just full of the dolls. It has their doll's name. I can tell you their birthday, the day they died, how they died, where they're from. I'm still learning all of them, and I love it. I love it so much.
Do you have any from the New Orleans area?
So I lied. So I've got Mabel, who died in Katrina in New Orleans. And then this is too good. I'm going to grab this one. I wasn't going to because I just got this vessel, but we're going to bring it out.
Okay.
I got a voodoo doll from New Orleans.
My gosh. Okay.
Just
That's not the one that was in the Dybbuk box, right?
no.
Okay.
So this one actually was gifted to me by a very close friend. And she said, I think it was like maybe 2 weeks ago. So I'm at the point where I can start communicating with her. But she said, I've had nothing but bad luck ever since I brought that doll home. I need it gone. And I always tell my friends, if you ever run across a doll that you don't feel comfortable with or that you don't like, send it my way. And
Yeah, she's making my heart race.
yeah, sorry.
No, you're fine. You're
I
fine.
haven't had any issues with her. But like I said, I've only had her about 2 weeks, and I just feel like at 2 weeks, that's when they're just gonna start opening up to you.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, she's comfortable with you. Like, she's like, "I like her."
Yeah, and see, I hope that even Agnes, like, when I sleep in here, my head is right by Agnes, and I don't feel scared. I know, it's crazy. I don't feel scared or anything like that, and, I'll tell you, but we've been keeping a secret, and it'll be fun 'cause, like, you can announce it on the show.
We're getting an exclusive, everybody.
Yes. By the end of next year, I'm actually gonna have my own haunted doll museum where all my dolls will be out on display for you to come visit, and I'll allow investigations so you can pay to investigate on that, and, my 3 besties are gonna help me run it, and so, we might be there one night to give tours, and it's gonna be really exciting. I'm really excited. They've been amazing. I think they're a little bit more excited than I am, but I love it. They have the best ideas. They're just amazing. I wouldn't know what to do without my girl group for sure.
Congratulations, that is amazing.
Thank you.
Where's it gonna be?
It's gonna be in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's gonna be by me. I had this great idea to buy a haunted location, and I really wanted it, but it was in Kansas, and it was a 2.5-hour drive from me. And like I
Yeah,
said, these are my kids, so the thought of being 2.5 hours away from them, I just couldn't do it. So now the
yeah.
museum is gonna be 10 minutes from my house, so
Oh, that's great.
I can just go over there, and, like, I'm so used to being in the purple room every single day that I could still do that if I wanted to.
Do you have a doll by any chance that got hit right here or shot right here in the jaw?
I mean, probably Annabelle, yeah, because she was just getting hit in the face. She got hit in the head like he was just beating her all over.
Okay, because like, my jaw just started to hurt real bad in that one spot, so actually, before you brought the voodoo doll, does the voodoo doll we don't know if she has a name yet, right?
So, actually, I was trying to not talk to her, but she came through and told me that her name is, Carmilla,
Okay, beautiful name.
but my spirit talker just said, "Wrong area."
Well, that's where I hurt.
No, wrong area, you don't hurt there, they said.
Incorrect. That's not where you're hurting. Well, I beg to differ, friends. We are hurting right in here, and it just started. It just fired up. They are sassy. I love it.
But they are, and once we open up the museum, you'll have to come out and meet us all and investigate with us all. They are sassy. Like, people are like,
Oh, yeah.
"What do you say to them to make them this sassy?" And I'm like, "I don't know." South Park with you.
You let them be themselves. You
Right.
just let them
She's Heidi. She
Oh,
looks like she's pouting, and
does
the
pout.
previous owner told me that there was a demon in here. It was very demonic. So, to me, when people tell me like, "Hey, that doll's demonic," I'm like, define demonic. What do you think demonic means?
Right.
Because her previous owner was like, "She's demonic." And I said, "Okay, well, tell me what you mean by demonic." And they said, "She'll open up the door by herself." Okay, well, for me, that's not demonic because mine do that all the time. I'm caught
Well, so do my
at
dogs,
'em.
you
Right,
know?
right. And she's like, "Well, she turns the light on." Okay, they do that all the time. We might be sitting here and the light might pop on. I don't know. But to me, that's not demonic. That's just them
Yeah.
letting me know they're here. And I absolutely love it. Mm.
Yeah, oh, no, I get it. I lived in a haunted house, and I don't anymore, and it gets quiet some days. Now, I don't mind not living there. I don't need another ghost in the house, but it gets quiet when you're used to so much happening all the time, then all of a sudden there's, like, nothing.
Right. And I'm terrified of that. Like, once the dolls move to the museum, I'm like, "What am I supposed to do at night?" When I hear a creak like footsteps, I have to actually get up and look because it's not gonna be a spirit. Like, it's they're gone. So,
So they
I am struggling
they
with
will
that.
live at the museum.
Tina will not be at the museum. I am putting my
Okay.
foot down on that. I know it's, like, been kind of like a talk between us all, like, people love Tina, and people are probably gonna go to see Tina, and they want to see her there, but that's just my baby. So Tina's gonna stay at home with me, but I will, like, have her make guest, like, appearances, and if people
Mhm.
request to see her, then I'll absolutely 100% bring her to the museum, but she's gonna be stationed at home.
Who is on your let's see, on your left in the corner up top? Like, all the way that way, other side. Yep, all the way in the corner, far end of the shelf.
This one?
Yep, that one.
So that's Mia.
Mia.
Yes.
Just wondering. I just started staring at her.
So she's actually known to move her head. But I was
Oh,
gonna
nice.
tell you, you said Mary earlier.
Uh-huh,
Mary is this one, and I have
uh-huh.
her on video moving her entire vessel to a different angle.
Did Mary die violently?
Yes. So she and her friends were playing on top of, a building on the roof, and they
Oh
pushed
my
her
god.
off, and she went headfirst into the ground and died instantly.
So, the reason oh my god. The reason that I came up with Mary, how I got to Mary was bloody, and I was like I was walking up the stairs to come into my studio,
Mhm.
and when I was like, "Bloody, bloody, bloody Mary." And so when you said that you had one, that's why I was like, violent death.
Yeah, she was, 12, and they were
I wrote down 12.
You did? I must have missed it. Yes, she's 12.
4-year-old and 12-year-old.
Yep.
Perfect to
Crazy.
see that.
Yes, she's 12. Her friends pushed her off the building. She told me that she forgives them, and I'm like, "Girl, you don't." Good for her, 'cause I would be
We
holding.
don't.
Yeah, I'd be holding a grudge. I'd be visiting them in their sleep. Yeah, she said she went headfirst into concrete and died instantly, of course.
Was it around the 1980s?
It was.
Are you
It
kidding?
was 19 I think she said 1986.
Holy shit. I'm done. I'm done. Done.
Yep.
People are gonna hear this that are gonna be like, "She just knew, they talked before."
Yeah, that's exactly what they're gonna be like. They're gonna be like, "Oh, they talked before, or she posted about it," and I don't really post about the way my dolls have died. I'll post
I
what they've done, but I never really post about how they died.
On the live when you were talking about Ben, and I was like, I didn't even think about Ben, and I was like, "I wonder if she made a post." I went back and looked. You did make a post about him, and I liked it, and I was like, "Did I read it?" Usually, and I know this is terrible, I rarely read more posts.
Yeah,
When I'm, like, doom scrolling, I'm just, like, looking at pictures and liking pictures, and I'm a horrible social media, okay?
I do the
Like,
same
I'm
thing.
horrible
I
at
do
it.
the same thing.
So I was like, did I know that? I don't think I did know that, but, like, I can honestly say even if I read it, didn't realize it was him, I didn't know anything about your other dolls.
You did not. You did not. And everyone gets
Wow.
to see my facial expression when you were reading it, and I was trying really hard to keep it together.
Oh, and also the one with the necklace, I think she misses wearing it as a necklace.
I'll have to put it back on her.
Yeah, maybe every once in a while. I think she misses I think it makes her feel pretty.
And, lately she's been one of my I told you she's pretty active. The other night, I think she set off the security camera 4 times lighting up that cat ball. My security cameras are on them at all times, and I have 2 different angles, one up top and then one down below, just so I can make sure I catch everything, and I kept getting an alert that I would see an orb fly out of her, and then the cat ball would go off, and I'm like, "Girl, you're draining my phone battery, and then I'm gonna have to buy more cat balls." So, I do joke with them all the time, and I'm like, "If you guys keep this up, you're gonna have to get a job because cat balls they're getting expensive."
Y'all are gonna have to make me some money. Well, they might. At the Haunted Museum,
They
they might
will.
start
They
making you
will.
some
They're gonna
money.
pay me back for everything that they put me through.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh my goodness. Have you ever turned down a doll? Like, have you ever been like, no, that one's not right, or it's too heavy, or
Never.
no?
Anytime the girl that I actually buy my dolls from, she'll message me, she'll be like, "Hey, I have one that just makes me sick. I need to get rid of it, and I'm gonna keep it
Mhm.
boxed until you take it." And she's even given me free dolls just because she knows that I've got a serial killer. I absolutely love it.
So
It's weird.
why do you think Billy is now Agnes?
So, I did communicate with him one night. Every week, I'll pull him out and try to talk to him. He does stay behind glass, and it's so bad that I do have to sage the room weekly. So, when I do that, I'll either pull the Dibbit box out because I have to do it with that too, or I'll pull Billy/Agnes out, and we'll talk. And Billy is in a woman's body because he liked women, and he didn't wanna be in a man's body, he wanted to be in a woman's body.
Okay.
So, he gave himself Agnes.
All right.
I know, it's the weirdest thing, and Pen always gets confused. She's like, "Do I call it he? Do I call it she? And do I call it Billy or do I call it Agnes?" And I'm like, "Whatever your gut tells you, but I'm calling it Agnes."
Agnes is Agnes. I just got 4 again and the name Pamela again. Do you have a Pamela
I don't.
or a Pam? No?
Mm,
Do you know a Pamela or a Pam?
I do, but not, like, close with me.
Okay. What is the creepiest, which is funny because I got that name in my head earlier and I wrote it down and it just came across that. So that's why it's super weird because I don't know. It's on airplane mode. It should just be sitting there.
Right, I do have dolls, that haven't told me their name yet. So, I say I don't, but I could. I don't know if you can see, but this one's on a swing,
Uh-huh.
and I do not know her name. So maybe I
Oh,
try to say.
how long have you had her?
So I've had her for about 3 weeks, and I've
Okay.
tried to communicate with her, but she is just silent, and she's one of my most negative ones. The previous owner said, "I've never had such a negative spirit in my home," and I said, "I'll take it." So,
Yes, please.
yeah, I'm like, "Absolutely." Um, And now I don't even get positive spirited dolls. I refuse to take any more positives on. I only take on neutral and negatives.
I wonder if she was abused. I'm interested to hear what her story is once she opens up to you. I think she might have been abused.
Maybe she'll talk to me next week. I'm gonna try again. Same with this one. I don't know if you can see her. She's beautiful. She's wearing all purple, and I got
Mhm.
her because not only is she in all purple, but her name is Joslyn.
Yes, yes, she was on your thing the other
Yes,
day.
yes, she was. She's
She's beautiful.
she's shy, so we're definitely not alike. But she's gonna open up to me one day, and hopefully she'll tell me more about her because I am dying to know more about her.
She's fabulous. She's tall.
She is huge. I have a doll that's like 3 foot tall, and she's actually sitting next
Oh,
to me. And she is another one that the previous owner was like, "Be careful." Those are my favorite words. Yeah. I'm like, "Say less."
so who is sitting next to you now?
So I actually have Steven sitting next to me, but the doll that is 3 foot tall, her name is Lottie.
Oh, Lottie.
I think I might have made a post about her, but, she's huge. But, Steven came to me as a mystery doll, and they didn't have his name or anything. They were just like, "He is active, but he won't open up to us." And so, believe it or not, I've had him for probably about 6 months, and I just found out his name maybe a month ago.
And now he just says it over and over and over.
Doesn't stop. He does not stop.
Do you know how old he was?
So he was 5, and I don't know how he died. I do know he was well, okay, I know he was murdered. He told me it was murder in the 1st degree, but I don't know anything beyond that.
I was gonna say he was murdered.
And he's adorable with his little orange overalls, and he's so little, you can see how little he is.
So tiny, and he was tiny in life too. He was a petite little one. Oop, there goes his eyes.
Yeah, sorry.
Is he scared of the dark?
I don't know, he's never told me that, but I don't know if you can tell, I've got, like, lights that change colors for them, and we party in here, we always have music going, we have the lights going, and they're always coming across the spirit talker saying, "We like the lights." So I keep them on until it's time for bed, and then I'm like, "Alright, guys, it's time for bed."
I think he was suffocated,
Really?
and it just came across suffocated, and I never get anything like that on here.
That's how Agnes killed all, her victims.
Right. So, I'm interested once he opens up if he was suffocated. Do they act differently with other people? And I know with visitors, but just other people, like, if they're out and about, do they act differently with people than they do you?
Yeah, I think so. So it depends on, I lied to you. Uh,
Steven,
yeah, rude,
come on.
rude. I think so, because at home, they are super active with me, but it's because 'cause they're comfortable.
Mhm.
So I used to take 2 dolls to each location with me. 1, because I always took Tina everywhere, and then
Right.
2, because I would be like, "Well, what doll do you want to meet?" And I would take that doll, and, like, when we went to Sally House, I brought Annabelle, and it's
Mhm.
really funny to see how they interact with other people. Sometimes they shut completely down and won't communicate, and then sometimes it's just a bunch of cuss words, and it makes me look like I'm a terrible mom, and I apologize.
Just like regular
Yeah, I'm
kids.
like, "I am so sorry. I did not teach them that."
Oh my gosh. So, do your dolls they all come with their own names? You don't name them, right? They
Correct.
usually will tell you what their names are?
Yep. So that's why I have some that I don't know. I think I've got 3 or 4 that I have no idea what their names are because I refuse to name them. They will tell me their name, and I will wait as long as I need to. Like Steven, 6 months, I didn't know his name, but I have learned that patience is key. Like, you can't rush them; 'em, they'll talk when they're ready to talk. And then I've seen some, like, haunted doll owners that just rush it, and they just go off of, like, the dowsing rods. I'm like, "Oh, they told me by the dowsing rods." Well, I don't believe that. That's not
Mm-mm.
me. I do use them, but like I said,
Yeah.
I make them confirm on 3 different devices. They have to give me the same answer, and it drives me insane when people are like, "They set off the EMF, so I know her name's Carolyn," and I'm like, "You don't know that."
I love dowsing rods myself, but I have mixed emotions about them because it's like you really truly have to trust the person using them, in my opinion.
Rarely use my dowsing rods on investigations because of that same reason. I'm like, I mean, as an outsider looking in, if I was to watch somebody do it, I'd be like, "Yeah, right." And I'm the one doing
Yeah.
it when I communicate with my dolls, and sometimes I even second guess myself.
Me too. So I've been doing them in my house, just trying to practice. It's just me. So, I'm just like and I try to practice with my hands, keeping them still and trying to figure out where I need to hold myself. And like when they move, I'm like, okay, am I moving? Am I doing something? I'm constantly. But when they do move for me, and I have used them investigating, I'm not an investigator, but I have gone on investigations. they're very slow when they move. And that's one thing that I've noticed. They are they'll move, but they're not like, boom, boom.
Mhm.
And then when I see somebody and they're going that fast, I'm like,
Right. Now
what kind of energy drink has your spirit had
right.
today?
I will tell you sometimes when I am using them, if I'm doing a group session, and that's where I sit in my chair and I turn and face them, and then I just say, "Anybody who wants to communicate can move these rods." Sometimes they will go fast, but the majority of the time, I'll be like, "Okay, cross these for yes," and it's like,
Uh-huh.
"Stop,
Or maybe
not
like
even."
one at a time and it's like bringing it and then bringing it.
Yes, yes, and I'm like, "You're gonna have to go faster, like, we're on a time crunch here."
Y'all are killing me.
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely, and so I usually do use the dowsing rods when I'm talking to one of my dolls. Cat balls, I love the cat balls if I'm sitting away from them and I know that there's nothing that can make that cat ball go off except the spirit. I
Right.
do like that. I like the EMF, and, of course, I love my spirit box because you can't fake a spirit box session.
The hardest time hearing anything out of that. I need to practice more with mine, but I have the hardest time.
I used to be terrible. I'd be like, "Pen, what did that say?" And she'd be like, "It said yes." And I'd be like, "Oh, okay."
She's so great.
She's the sweetest. She owns my heart. Like, I couldn't have asked for a better best friend. I just adore her. Like, that's my girl.
This showed up at my house after our episode. No note, and I'm not sure if you know this, but my daughter's best friend passed away 2 months ago, and we've been seeing butterflies since. And so during Ashley's episode, she starts talking about monarch butterflies, and of course, I start crying because my friend Lily, I don't even know what the word is, but had a caterpillar that she raised from, just a little old thing to a butterfly and released for my daughter's friend. And it was a monarch butterfly. And so I just got all emotional. And then this shows up at my house. And I'm like, because I'm seeing butterflies everywhere. And I'm like, who sent a butterfly to my house? Like freaking out. Like, I know she's not sitting up in heaven ordering Amazon.
Right.
Okay. So finally I was like, Ashley, did you send me a butterfly lamp? And it was her.
She is so precious.
She's so sweet.
She is. She is the most beautiful person on this planet inside and out, and, people are, like, nervous to meet her because I talk so highly of her, and she deserves every ounce of it. Every good thing that's said about her, she deserves it. She is the most amazing person on this earth. I don't know what I would do without her, and I cannot wait to do this doll museum journey with her. She's just perfect.
That's so exciting. Y'all are so great. Like when I started, so it was JD. JD's like, you need to talk to Ashley. He's like, there's so many Ashleys. He goes, there's Ashley with Let's Go Ghouls, and then there's Ashley from Penn Paranormal. And I was like, wait, I follow them both. Like he goes, start with Ashley from Penn Paranormal. He's like, you're gonna love her.
Yeah.
And then passed away, and my mind just, and he messaged me after he saw her because he saw her one weekend in person.
Mhm.
And he's like, have you messaged her? And I was like, well, no, I got some stuff going on. And he's like, well, I talked about you. So she's waiting for you to message her.
That's so awesome. Yes, I was with her that weekend, and so the other
Okay.
Ashley is actually my teammate. That's our team, and she's great
Uh,
too. I love her. We're all just so close, like, the 4 of us, you can't break that bond.
and the fourth one, is that Jennifer?
Yes, and
Okay.
Jennifer's like, the glue that holds us together. She is so precious, like, you just wanna squeeze her, but, I mean,
I just want to squirt her till
yeah,
she
the
explodes.
4 of us, like, it's just we always say we're not a team, we're a force, an unbreakable force. I mean, I think you can see from our posts, we are just in love with each other, like, we are in love.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Do you have a Jeffrey by any chance?
So, what's crazy is I don't, but Penn just got her first haunted doll in today, and then his name is Jeff. And we were actually just
Okay.
talking about it before I came on here because she was sending me videos of her dog just barking at it, and I was like, "Oh, that's so awesome.
Okay. Well, yeah. His name just came up on my box.
That's so awesome." I'm jelly. Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
And mine just said
That
rejection.
it's funny. We're talking about her, and then her doll's name pops up.
Yeah. It's
I
wild.
mean, that's just
It's wild. This entire episode, I feel like we have to have a part 2 because it is so crazy, like, your senses are just mind-blowing, and honestly, starting next week, another thing that we haven't mentioned, but I'll go ahead and we can mention it here. Starting Monday, Penn and I are actually gonna be live on TikTok every Monday at 7 PM. So maybe we can get you on the live and talk some dolls.
We were supposed to be on a live last Monday together, and she was like, "I wanna get to know you." And I went, "Me?" Like, I was like, "What do you mean?" I can't remember the way she's wonderful with words. Good Lord.
That's why she's helping me write a book.
Beautiful. Yes, and but the way she phrased it, it was like she was curious about me, and I was like, "Okay, nobody ever asked me questions." So I'm like,
Our group absolutely adores you. We love you. I was super nervous to come on tonight because I was like, that's royalty. That's podcast royalty right there. And we
"Oh,
all just started talking about how great you are. And I was like, and she's adorable. And then the way you floss, perfect. I've watched that video like 10 times. And I was like, that is the most adorable thing I've ever seen. And I will not lie to you. I came in the purple room and I was like, I'm going to floss. No, I'm not going to floss. You will not see that video of me flossing.
those dolls are like, put it away.
Yeah, they're
Put it
like,
away."
please, no.
"No, mom." Well, it's like my kids, my daughter, I'll have to send you the video of my daughter watching me floss the first time that I did one of the because I told myself it was such a stressful process, I was gonna floss through it so that way I would stay positive
Mm,
because I could be pessimistic
mhm,
just because I'm a realist, so I try to look at the real of the situation.
right.
I was just my husband is a painfully optimistic, so I was like, "I'm just gonna floss my way through this process so we don't fight." I posted it, and my daughter's like,
That is
"So
hilarious. I thought you did great. I was like, "Dang, this girl's got rhythm."
practicing for years."
You did amazing. I was so impressed. I was like, "Holy crap." And then I kept watching it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, she's gonna think I'm a stalker."
Not at all. You keep watching that video.
I love it. I was like, Dang, she can floss."
You notice I didn't post that one on Facebook.
You should though, you should. It was I loved it. Oh, it was so good.
I'll do it. When we get off, I will post it, and I'm just gonna put for Jocelyn.
And I will love it, and I will share it because that's, like, my favorite video that you have made so far, and I'm just so jealous. So I was, like, in the purple room trying to floss, and I was like, "Ooh, I hope that nobody ever has to see that." Like, if anybody breaks into my security camera, they're gonna be like, "Whoa, that's more scary than all 90 dolls put together."
Oh,
It's not.
I love that. That's so funny. Okay, so to wrap it up, if somebody was coming up to you and they've sorry, somebody's making me choke up.
Agnes.
Agnes. Oh my gosh, hold on. Good Lord. Agnes, honey, I get you. We'll talk again, I promise. My gosh. Okay. So if you had like a newbie, like somebody who's never collected a haunted doll, never even been around a haunted doll, and they came up to you and said, "Okay, I want to start collecting haunted dolls." What would you tell them to do? What advice would you give them?
So my first advice, because I actually do have a friend that just started, is do not give up. It takes time. Like I said with Steven, it took me 6 months to get a name. Sometimes they just don't want to communicate as soon as you get them, and you just have to be willing to accept it. Again, I always say use the 3 method confirmation. Don't go off just one device. And respect your doll. If your doll doesn't want to talk, accept it. Don't talk to them every day. Because like, who wants to talk every single day? You're asking the same questions. So respect the boundaries, they'll respect you. I've had no issues. I have 90 dolls and half of them are negative and they don't bother me when I'm out of the purple room. I don't even notice them being around. And so just be respectful, be patient, and use several different devices when communicating because you don't want to get their story wrong. They're human. They were human at one point and they have a story just like we do. And it would be embarrassing if you got it wrong. So just be patient and confirm.
I love that so much. And Steven, I think, is going to be opening up to you soon.
I hope so, because I've been waiting a while, and I've proved to him that I'm in it for the long haul. Like, "You're not going
Oh, yeah.
anywhere, Steven."
Yeah. I think he knows that. I think he's starting to really trust you. I think he's been let down a lot before.
Well, he is definitely and I always tell people, I'm like, "You're always welcome in the purple room," and I tell the spirits in here, I said, "You will stay with me forever as long as you don't, like, break a window or you start being mean to the other spirits." Being mean to the other
He's
spirits puts you behind glass.
Agnes. Agnes.
That's happens.
Agnes. Oh, well, thank you so much.
No, I had a blast. Thank you for having me, and we'll definitely have to do it again because I love the way
Yes.
you sensed my dolls. It was mind-blowing.
I can't believe I'm still like, because when I was doing my makeup, like I sat there and I took a couple deep breaths and I felt I'm new to all of this.
Mhm.
So I've had feelings for years and I just thought it was my imagination. And so it wasn't until I got on TikTok and I had multiple psychics, multiple mediums, and multiple just random people. And they're like, "Honey, this isn't normal. Like, you are a psychic medium." And I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm just sensitive. I've always just been sensitive." And they're like, "No, you're more than that." And so I've been working with a mentor. I've been working with a couple other psychic medium friends, and they have helped build my confidence. And so I've started like journaling my dreams and writing down, I call them like direct messages that I get, like, and just writing them down. And then once they happen, it's that confirmation, that validation that, okay, this is not my imagination. So you're actually the first person that I've ever done something like this with.
And you did amazing.
Oh, thank you. Whew. I can't wait to tell my husband he doesn't really believe in psychics, but he does. It's more me. It's kind of hard for him to believe that I am, which
Yeah.
is makes him sound like an asshole. He's not an asshole.
Well, and there's so many I'm gonna kinda sound like an asshole. There's so many people that claim to be mediums that fake it, and so it is hard to but when you, like, talk to someone to actually believe them. Like, for me and you to have this conversation knowing that you know absolutely nothing about my dolls, and you just told me all about them, and you were spot on, that just proves right there that you've got something going, so you're gonna do great with that.
Thank you. Where can everybody find you?
So I'm on Facebook. That is like my main platform, but I'm trying to do better at TikTok. But I'm struggling with TikTok because I feel like it's for the younger generation and I've got to figure it out. There's still things I've got to figure out, but Facebook, hit me up in my DMs if you want to ever talk dolls because I'm here for it.
And what is your name on Facebook?
So it's just under Joslyn Lichtenwalter. Ashley, we both run our team page, but we kind of save it for like that to be just like our investigations. When it comes to dolls, I just do use my personal Facebook page.
All right. And I will tag that. I will copy your link and tag it in the show notes. So if y'all want to find Jocelyn, I'm going to have all of her information down in the show notes. So y'all go and follow her. She's amazing. Her team is amazing. So not only do you follow her, but then you follow everybody else. And I'm going to have all 4 of them listed because they are all wonderful
Thank you.
and beautiful. And I love them all.
Thank you. We love you. We love you so much.
Thank you so much for being on it.
This was an amazing episode. Like amazing. Amazing. People's minds are gonna be like,
I'm still like,
anytime you even want to practice, it doesn't have to be an episode. I'll jump on with you and we can practice.
well, I will love that. I would love that so much because this was very confirming for me.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, because I honestly, while I was writing all this down, I was like, I am just losing my mind. Like the New Orleans thing.
Yeah, no, I mean, you did amazing. But I have 2. I have Mabel, who died in Katrina, and then I've got the voodoo doll. And I even forgot about the voodoo doll, and I was like, well, I got Mabel, and then I was like, whoa.
Yeah, because I wrote down drowning and New Orleans separately.
Yep, you did good.
Wow. Okay. I can't wait to tell my husband. Guess what?
You'll have to tell me what he says for sure.
He's just gonna stare at me with his little eyes. That's all he's gonna do.
Whatever. He doesn't understand our excitement. He's gonna be like, okay.
Pretty much. That's great, honey.
All right, thank you so much.
Bye.